up in the sky. Loves his planes, loves to fly high. Never stays grounded, always on the go. With the subway in hand, he's the star of the show. Wings spread wide, cutting through the blue. Clouds can't catch him, sky's always new. Subway in the cockpit, sandwich on his knee. Dreaming of the clouds, living wild and free. Maverick, 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 soar and glide, pilot of the skies, with subway by his side. Maverick, maverick, endless flight, flying through the day, eating all night. Turbulence and tailwinds, nothing makes him pause. Sky's the limit, he's breaking all the laws. Riding on the jet stream, dancing with the breeze. In his world up yonder, life's a slice of ease. Blue skies and subways, that's his kind of high. Maverick never falters, he's a real fly guy. Jet engines roar, his laughter fills the air. Aerial acrobat, subway billionaire. Maverick, 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 soar and glide, pilot of the skies, with subway by his side. Maverick, maverick, endless flight, flying through the day, eating all night. Maverick, 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 soar and glide, pilot of the skies, with subway by his side. Maverick, maverick, endless flight, flying through the day, eating all night.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a wonderful live stream. We're live, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We are on the ground in Cleveland, and we're heading down to Fort Myers, Florida, to check out again the new scenery released by Verticalsim last week. We flew out of that last week to Cleveland, and we're going to do the return trip. Finally back into Southwest Florida. There is a lot of ATC online right now. If you guys want to fly along with us on VATSIM. I think there's a big event going on down in Orlando. So a lot of ATC currently online that we'll have for this trip. So yeah, this will probably be the last stream until next weekend. After this stream, we are tearing down our setup and prepping things for World Flight, or starting to prep things for World Flight. So that's set up for World Flight is going back up. Sorry, going to start going back up tonight, and start testing things. And next time we do stream next weekend, we'll probably be with that setup. So that should be good. But hope you guys are doing well and enjoying your weekend so far. I know I am. I've been busy with work. I've been doing a lot more golf lately. Just trying to stay more active. I'm not getting We haven't been exercising enough, so trying to stay more active. Golf's definitely getting us more active and more exercise, and all walking and all kinds of stuff. So that's why I've been doing so much golf lately. Got to get more active, get healthier. But we're live here in the A321. We are using Say Intentions and VATSIM. We got Say Intentions, our cabin crew, flight attendants, and first officer all on board. And flying down to Florida. Flight Hound, what's going on? Hey, good evening to you. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. All right, so we did get our clearance ready on VATSIM. But let's get in, let's hop in this plane, and let's get some things ready to rock and roll. And get on out of here. We'll get our music down. Let's go to our tablet, and let's get this plane loaded. 230 passengers on board this flight today. We're going to go ahead and load the GSX. Just like that, our airplane is going to get loaded here, catering, fuel, everything, all the good stuff on board, all the biscoffs you can eat, all the tequila you can drink. Wesley, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Let's go flying. We're going flying, baby. We are going flying. We are rocking real time and weather this evening, so we'll be doing a nice night flight down to South Florida. Comes the catering vehicles. Looks like we're borrowing Allegiance catering vehicles. So while we're doing that, I guess we'll go down here and get our plane ready to rock and roll. Let's request our flight plan. We are Frontier Flight 3796 today. Okay, that looks good. Cost index today, they want 5. We're gonna go 40 though. 5 is too slow. Cruising at 34,000 feet. Mr. Drew! What up, Drew? I got your subway coming to you this weekend. Or next weekend, sorry. Don't you worry. Stupid Yankees. At least make me feel better by beating the Dodgers, damn it. Right, we're gonna request our wind speeds here. Yo, what's up, Kevin? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Cool. IRS is already aligned. Let's go to our flight plan. So we are on the Cavs 4. EU Cavs. Ape transition is filed. We're squawking 0 5 1 5. And we got that in the box. Flying via the SID. There's going to be 14,000 feet, so I'll get that set in the box. Oopsie. Alright, so we're going to contact Cleveland Tower. Grab our ATIS real quick. Departing runway 24 left, full, Cleveland Tower. I'll get that in the standby. That's going to be 124 500. Alright, 124 500's in standby. Jeff, what's going on? Good evening. Good to see you. Welcome back. Alright, so departure. We said 24 left. Cavs 4. 8 transition. Insert that. Down into Florida. It says runway 24 currently. Let's look at ATIS. VATSIM ATIS. Yep, runway 24. So we'll go here. go. We want RNAV Yankee or Zulu. Looks like we're probably going to want... We're going to be going straight in, so I guess it's either or, doesn't really matter. Let's just go Arno Zulu. Our star is the Shifty 6. That's going to be from Cynthia and Via from Road. Insert that. That's all looking good there. Mr. Davis. What up, Mr. Davis? Hope you're doing well. Alright, so that is all in there. Cool. That looks good there. Then on the performance page for now, we are just waiting for boarding and fuel to commence. Hang on a second, guys. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. Are you?
Boarding requested.
Alright, there goes boarding. Thanks for the METAR update, Drew. We got 2 907 set in a box. We're looking good. Yeah, the only thing we need is just get our passengers' asses on the plane. And then we're good to go.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Damn, can't stop sneezing. Take allergy pills and still not good enough to stop it from when I go golfing.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, let's see here. Yeah, everything up top is pretty much ready to go. We can go ahead and start the APU, I guess. Yep, fuel's all done. Let's get our seatbelt signs on. Welcome our passengers on board. Today we're flying Powder, the polar bear. Welcome, welcome, welcome aboard. Watch your head. So, but yeah, so if you guys missed it earlier, I said when we started the stream, this is our last flight on our current streaming setup. Everything's going to get torn down after stream today. And we're going to start putting back up the setup we're using for World Flight to start testing everything and getting things ready to go on that. We are T-minus about Ooh, T-minus what? 5 months away? 5 months and counting. We are closer to the next world flight than we are to the last world flight. It's crazy to think of, actually. Super crazy to think of, to be honest. Super, super crazy. Only 154 days. Oof. At the end of this month, we're supposed to get the route for this year's world flight at the expo. Right around the expo time, it's supposed to be announced. This year's route. I'm super excited to see what it is. Yep, we're flying powder to the polar bear. Good old powder. I sound like I've been sniffing the powder. All ready for expos in 27 days? I won't be there, sadly. I'll be watching from afar. It wasn't quite in the budget this year. I wish. I wish. Definitely gonna miss all the guys being there, getting to hang out, but I had to save our money for other things this year. Hopefully the expo's back in Vegas next year. I know it's probably selfish because it's close to me, but I think Vegas is still the perfect place to have it. I don't think they should change it. I think it should just be Vegas every year. It's really got the most to offer in terms of entertainment. Yeah. I did plan on going though, Flight Hound, and instead I decided to buy some camera equipment, microphone equipment for doing some IRL content here soon, hopefully some golf content, as well as stuff we're gonna need for world flight. So Vegas, leave it alone. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I get why they like the whole like different location thing, but at the same time, I think people knowing where it's going to be every year to plan better for it. The more that you're in the same place, the more perks you can usually get from like hotels and stuff by being an annual event at that location. You know, you can build stronger relationships and that kind of end of things, but that's just my opinion. I mean, I know everyone's going to want it to be next to them, right? That's obviously, I think, everyone's first choice. Have it next to wherever I live. Yeah, curious to see where I'll be next year. Talk to Evan. This morning planning photography stuff for Expo. Tried to see where I might be, but he wouldn't budge. Yeah, province right next to you. Yeah, no, easy trip for you. No brainer. And if I didn't decide to get that equipment, I definitely would have been going to Expo. Yeah. If someone wants to sponsor Mav's trip last minute, Mav will go. Shout out to all the vendors out there. Where's Boeing at? Let's get Boeing as a sponsor. And we can fly on a BBJ. Let's take SpaceX's BBJ out there. That's what we need. We need SpaceX's BBJ. Well, just anything IRL. I don't have a time frame for doing like pilot training. It's obviously definitely a goal of mine to get my LSP, at least PPL at some point. But just IRL content in general, like plane spotting maybe, road trips, golfing, stuff like that. Yeah, if I knew someone that had a plane, I would love to get some like flying content, but alright, AP bleeds on. Ground power disconnected. Everyone's almost on board. Got a full flight going down to Florida.
Attention all aircraft, Cleveland Towers closing, frequency change to advisor approved today.
Well, shucks, Cleveland Tower closed, so stay intentions coming online. Like, has the ramp pushback been working well with the Phoenix now? I haven't tried it in a while. Well, you know what? Let's try it, shall we? Alright, boarding is complete. Let's finish doing our plane real quick. Send our weight and balance to the McDo. Cool. And then let's do our performance calculations. 24 left is dry. Optimal on. Sync. Sync and calculate. And send that to the McDo. That looks good there. Get rid of the jetway here. Direction we're going to push back here. Alright, well, let's try it. It's a tight parking space. Let's see how it goes. Mr. Major Mark in the house, what's going on? My controller's working. Why is this not working? There it goes. Why is this not? Something's not right here. Why is the trigger not working? Something not right here. There it goes. Okay, there we go. Alright, who do we have as our flight crew here today? Taylor and Jared. Alright. Maybe Yankees are getting smoked. The Yankees? My Yankees? You mean your Yankees? Flight deck to ground. We are ready for push and start. Nose to the right.
Ground to cockpit. Tug is on its way. Please release the parking brake when ready to start pushback.
Alright, pushback tug is connecting.
5 has been inserted. Just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
Alright, let's get crew supply on, make sure our fuel pumps are on. Oh, I gotta make sure GS automation's turned off in here. Go beacon on. Flight deck to ground. Parking brake has been released. We're ready for push. Did you hear me? Flight deck to ground, parking brake released, ready for push.
Roger, standby. Starting pushback.
There we go. Alright, let's see how it does. Hopefully we're going. Flight deck to ground, ready for pushback. That was right. Try one more time. I'll have to reset probably.
Ground to cockpit. Tug is standing by. Release parking brake to start pushback. Nose right.
Parking brakes released.
Roger, stand by.
There we go. She's raising.
Ground to flight deck. Cleared for engine start and sequence.
Alright, starting in the sequence 1, then 2. Alright, chat, starting engine 1. Oh, a dog's on board. Back that ass up, right? Back that Airbus ass up. Those dogs just won't quit barking. Alright, good start on 1, starting 2. Pushback tug's doing pretty well. PDU needs a mechanic. We need to shut our flight deck door so someone can come get us.
Ground to flight deck. Pushback complete. Please ensure parking brakes are set. Standing by for confirmation of good engine start and report when ready for disconnect.
Parking brakes set and we have good engine start. You can disconnect. We'll see you next time. Alright, engines available.
Alright,
APUs
we're
turn up.
disconnecting now. Stand by.
Alright, auto brake max. Spoilers armed. Brake to wind shear on.
Ground to flight deck. Bypass pin removed. We've disconnected and cruise clear. You're good to go. Have a great flight and see you soon.
Flaps 2 coming out. Our trim should be up 0.7. Oh, alright, flight control chest, full down, full back, full left, full right, right on the rudder, left on the rudder. Alright, looking good. Alright, Jared, go ahead and get our taxi clearance.
Okay, Captain. I'll get the taxi clearance right away.
I just asked the flight attendant for taxi clearance. I did. Jared, go ahead and get our taxi clearance. I asked the flight attendant for taxi clearance. Oh.
Requesting taxi clearance now.
Cleveland ground. Frontier Flight 3796. Frontier Airlines Flight 37906. Ready to taxi. We have information. Bravo.
Frontier Flight 3796, Cleveland ground, taxi to runway 24 left via Yankee Juliet, Juliet 6, Lima, Lima 7.
Runway 24 left, Yankee Juliet, Juliet 6, Lima, Lima 7. Frontier Flight 3796.
short taxi. Take off. Or takeoff config normal. Got some ATC on the way down. We do have some ATC on the way down. So nothing on departure right away. And we'll get into some ATC on VATSIM. But we do have same tensions ATC until then. Dense for the cabin for departure.
Okay, Captain. I'll apply dense for the cam for departure.
I mean, flight attendants take your seats for departure.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
Phoenix taxi is so freaking slow. All right, Jared, let Tower know we're ready to go.
Roger that. Let's get moving to runway 24 left via Yankee Juliet, Juliet 6, Lima, Lima 7.
Contact Tower, let them know we're holding short, ready to go.
Contacting Tower now.
Cleveland Tower, Frontier Flight 3796.
Right?
Holding short of runway 24 left. Ready to depart.
See you blowing that breathalyzer.
Frontier Flight 3796, Cleveland Tower, runway 24 left, winds 225 at 4. RNAV Kyrie, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24 left, RNAV Kyrie, cleared for takeoff. Frontier Flight 3796.
Go, chat. Let's go. Spam them toga emojis if you got them. Chrono's on. Engines are up and stable. I got power set. Send it. Say goodbye
Frontier
to
Flight
Cleveland.
3796, contact departure on 126.55.
Switching to departure on 126.55. Frontier Flight 3796. Cleveland departure, Frontier Flight 3796. Evening, climbing past 1500.
Frontier Flight 3796, Cleveland departure,
Climb
radar
powers in.
contact, climb via the SID.
Climb via the SID, Frontier Flight 3796.
That's one. The whole flight crew was arrested, Drew. What happened there? That doesn't sound good. Sounds like Skippy must have been part of that crew. And flaps up. Autopilot on. Do a VIP duty to answer first class? Uh-oh. Huh. Sounds like a good flight, though. All right. Today is also the last official day of the St. Jude Challenge season for content creators, raising money all throughout the month of May. Thanks to your guys and everyone else's support and all the other streamers that help raise money for St. Jude, we have surpassed $2.5 million this month raised to fight childhood cancer, which is absolutely incredible. You guys are all part of that and helping that achieve that goal. We're 1,000 away from our own personal goal, which would put us at 50,000 lifetime raised here on this channel, which is an incredible number for a channel like ours.
Frontier Flight 3796, climb and maintain flight level 260.
Climb and maintain flight level 260, Frontier Flight 3796.
260, set the box.
Dear guests, we are now above the safe altitude, and you are welcome to use your electronic devices. Please ensure they are set to airplane mode. Also, our onboard Wi-Fi service is now available for your convenience. Thank you for flying with us today on Frontier Airlines Flight 3796, departing from Cleveland to Southwest Florida.
Should be looking good, chat. Looking good. Climbing through the clouds here. Passing 10,000. We are climbing like a rock, though. I think it's a little over 2-hour flight to Florida. 2 hours and 3 minutes is our planned flight time tonight.
Frontier Flight 3796. Climb and maintain flight level 300.
Climb and maintain flight level 300. Frontier Flight 3796. Thank you for dropping that link in there, Drew. As soon as we get to cruise, we'll have a little video to watch together. My throttle wants to keep jumping like that. That's a little concerning.
Frontier Flight 3796. Climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb and maintain flight level 340. Frontier Flight 3796.
And transition altitude. Standard pressure set. And landing lights coming off. climb and chat.
Frontier Flight 3796, contact Indianapolis Center on 124.45.
Contacting Indianapolis Center on 124.45, Frontier Flight 3796. Indianapolis Center, Frontier Flight 3796 evening, climbing past flight level 200 to reach flight level 340.
Frontier Flight 3796, Indianapolis Center, good evening.
Alright, we're probably close now to where... I'm going to give the real Indy Center on Vetsim a call here.
And Delta 2083, Indy Center, welcome aboard. And what altitude were you climbing to? Delta 2083, maintains level 350.
Indy Center Frontier Flight 3796 is flight level 220, climbing 340, just north of 8.
Flight 3796, radar contact. And Delta 2083, you only filed for level 350, so would you like to climb to 370? Because if so, I gotta go ask Atlanta.
I'll say 350, they didn't put it on 370.
I mean, they were reading the wrong person's numbers.
Yeah, I'll just jump back.
Looking good, looking good.
FedEx 1574, contact Indy approach 124.905.
Indy approach 124.905, thank you. FedEx 1574, have a good day. Alright, good night.
And Southwest 3587, contact Indy approach 124.905.
And you love the biscuits.
2495, Southwest 3587.
Resist. Alright, as soon as this song is over, we're going to play our heartfelt little video from St Jude. The Story of Eden.
smiles with his cookies everywhere he lands. Oh, Matthew loves those biscuits, crunchy golden bliss. Every flight a cookie fest, taste he can't resist.
Here we go.
I had a really difficult pregnancy and almost lost Eden. She was just always sick. I kept thinking
Indy Center, good evening. Skywest 68 is 74, leaving 10,600 for 13,000.
Telling me there's more. There's
5874, Indy Center. Welcome aboard. Climb and maintain level 380.
I thought, oh, she's really
Climb and maintain flight level 380, Skywest 5874.
herself. It seems pretty normal to have bruises, but when they start to get in places like your face and your back and your chest, you start thinking, there's more to this. We took her into our pediatrician and did blood work, and immediately I think they knew that something was wrong. And she just came in and said, the blood work did not come back very good, and we're sending y'all to St Jude. And I just completely lost it.
I don't get upset much, but that pretty much got me. That was the scariest I've ever been in my life, for sure.
Yesterday, I had a child that just had some bruises, and now I have a child that has leukemia. It felt like this train, and it was going full speed, and I'm on it, and I'm thinking, I don't know where we're going, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. It just led into weeks of really difficult chemotherapy. One day, she had just had enough and was sitting in the floor screaming and kept saying, I don't live here, I hate cancer. And it just broke my heart as a mom to know that this was just the beginning. In the beginning, it felt completely inconceivable that we could do this routine for 3 years. And now that we are halfway through, it feels like maybe we can do this.
5874, clear direct hitman.
She is doing very well. She is through the first big chunk of hurdles.
She's just strong. She's a powerful little girl. She's very inspirational to me. To watch her every day just makes me smile. I am proud of her.
Hello, my name is Eden, and they is my mommy. And say hello to my mommy.
She definitely has a bright light, and everybody kind of jumps to her rhythm, whether we like it or not.
Every day we wake up and she's, happy and eating and talking and, wanting to play. We're like, this is because of St. Jude. As hard as anyone could fight for a child, they've done it. It's incredible. I mean, I've never, ever seen anything like it.
St. Jude for us is so much more than just a place where Eden receives treatment. St. Jude has completely carried our family through this process. Her birthday's in February, and we had to be at St. Jude the day after. She had tested positive for a virus, and she was in isolation. So she's just stuck in this room all day. And her nurses and her doctors surprised us, came in the room, sang happy birthday, and had a big poster and balloons and a light up crown, and she was pretty excited.
You're with me for probably the next 30 minutes.
I know how serious her diagnosis is, but I just feel such hope and peace.
No, you are with
She has a
Indy
future,
Center. This is Delta
and she has a
2883
life
talking.
just because of the research. My dad had an older sister, and his oldest sister died of childhood leukemia when she was almost the same age as Eden. So in one generation, the research that St. Jude has done has saved lives, and not just a child in the city or a child on the TV, a child in my family. My child has been saved.
Delta 2957, include red query. Clear time.
So we're at St. Jude's. We will see you later. Bye.
Delta 2883, include red query. Include red query for Delta 2883. Delta 2298, cross Colts at and maintain a flight level 300.
Cross call at and maintain flight level 300, Delta 2298.
Down by the river, where the water runs slow, chilling by the banks, just watching it flow.
All right, on the way to Southwest Florida, we go. We're almost to our cruise. Almost to the cruise altitude to 340. But that is what you guys have been supporting here on the channel. Again, huge thank you to all of you guys that have helped supported. Either by donating or watching the stream, supporting the streams. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Every little dollar matters. You guys are all been a part of helping raise over $2.5 million this month in total for St. Jude from all the content creators.
We have now reached cruising altitude, and we will begin our snack and drink service shortly. Today, we have some delightful options available.
That will help a lot of families.
Tasty chicken salad wraps and refreshing fruit cups. After our service, we will also have articles from the Frontier Airlines shop available for you to browse. Thank you for flying with us today on Frontier Airlines Flight 3796, departing from Cleveland to Southwest Florida. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Leave a nice window view, I guess.
And Delta 2298, Cleveland Center is closed. For radar service terminated for interchange approved.
Question 2, Unicom for Delta 2298, see ya.
We're going to ride that speed tape all the way there.
Indy Center, Delta 1351, flight level 370.
Delta 1351, Indy Center, welcome aboard.
Indy Center, Delta 1814, flight level 371, climbing flight level 380.
Delta 1814, Indy Center, welcome aboard.
Let's check some baseball scores. Mariners and Twins tied in the 9th.
Until it's 18-14, did you request 380 or did Atlanta just give that to you?
Pirates 2 over the Padres. Nationals killing the Diamondbacks 10-0 in the first. Holy shit. You see that score, Drew? Nationals up 10-0 in the first. Top of the first inning. Diamondbacks haven't even come to bat yet. Mr. Kenny, what's going on?
You know, it's funny. I'm going to check myself on this, but I'm pretty sure...
Angels lost today 7-5.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Drew. Your Yankees lost 18-2? 18-2? Even we swept the Dodgers, man. It was a fluke that you guys beat us. You should owe all of Chat Subway after that kind of beating. Man, a lot of big beatings. Astros lost 16-3 to the Rays. Good lord. Brewers 17-7 over the Phillies. Man, a lot of blowouts today. You're good, just chilling? That's good to hear, Kenny. That is good to hear, man. It is good to hear.
Actually, now that I've checked myself here, she was correct to have to use an even altitude because you're not departing Atlanta.
Oh, that makes sense. Still 18-14, thanks.
We're probably going to do a boating stream here soon in Microsoft. I don't know if you guys saw, but there's some boats now that have working GPS, working quote-unquote autopilot for boats now. So I might have to do a cruise.
Southwest 1235 ND Center, runway 28 left, taxi via Delta Tree at Charlie.
Delta 3 Charlie, straight left, Southwest 1225.
Fudge Flight 3796, recycle transponder, squawk 0515.
0515, Frontier, 3696.
Frontier Flight 3796, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
Was that for Frontier 3796?
Frontier Flight 3796, Atlanta Center 132.97.
3297, Frontier 3796. See ya. Atlanta Center Frontier 3796, flight level 340.
French Flight 3796, Atlanta Center, roger.
Atlanta Center, Phoenix 21, flight level 380.
Phoenix 21, Atlanta Center, squawk 5231.
Squawk 5231, Phoenix 21.
So how's everyone's weekend been? You guys have any weekend plans? Tonight, tomorrow, maybe?
Indy Center on 28.25, Service Argo 376.
2822.
2852, Service Argo 376.
American 2492, expect visual approach, runway 1 left.
Expect visual approach, runway 28 left. Pilot for the room.
Negative 18 left.
My apologies, yeah, 18 left.
Delta 764, you back. November 1253 Charlie, Memphis Center closed, we're going to be changing crew.
Good night.
Good night. Delta 200, heavy, no, sorry, Delta 200, contact Atlanta Center 126.42.
42 though, 200,
Good night. Yeah, Phoenix 2 on out. Oregon. Let's try 5137.
5137, Phoenix 21. Atlanta Center just got to 764, checking back.
Delta 764, roger. Cross Julie at flight level 350.
Cross, which waypoint? Julie.
Cross Julie.
Cross Julie at flight level 350. Delta 764. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Sorry, say again?
Cross Julie at flight level 350, or is that incorrect of 764?
No, that's correct.
Roger that. Cross Julie at flight level 350, Delta 764. Thank you.
Davis loves them flat. Uh-oh. Hang on, chat. We're back. That was weird. I think our TV screen is going out.
Started out random, just a simple idea. Pink hats uniting faces with no fear. From bass pro shops to making a sound. Now the Pink Hat Squad is shaking the ground. Pink hats flying high under digital skies, raising funds for the kids with unstoppable drive. We're the squad with the goal, lifting hearts hand in hand. For St Jude we ignite this unstoppable band. Stream screens lit up with love in the air. Laughter and gaming, the moments we share. From strangers to family, see what we've done. The Pink Hat Squad is second to none. Pink hats flying high under digital skies, raising funds for the kids with unstoppable drive. We're the squad with the goal, lifting hearts hand in hand. For St Jude we ignite this unstoppable band. Courage and kindness on every stream. clicks into hope, chasing the dream. That might be simple, but the purpose profound. Together we're changing the world all around. Shout out to those who believed in the cause, spreading love, speed running, breaking applause. Love hearts like we learned how to play. Pink hats forever, making brighter days. Pink hats flying high under digital skies, raising funds for the kids with unstoppable drive. We're the squad with the goal, lifted hearts hand in hand for St Jude. We ignite this unstoppable band.
Do do do.
ATC's mad, I'm sweating here. Echoes of their voices in my ear.
Big Tiger doing this morning.
Do, 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 do. About an hour left or so to Florida. What should you get for dinner? Subway. I don't know. I had Chipotle for dinner, actually. I have another Chipotle bowl in the fridge I can heat up if I get hungry again. But, yeah, I had some Chipotle honey chicken bowl from Chipotle. Yo, Mr. Matthew, what's going on? Visa, what's going on? I am alive. Maverick doesn't die. That's only Goose. Only Goose dies. How you doing, Visa? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying your weekend, guys. We're enjoying our flight over to Florida. And those of you that missed the beginning of the stream, so this is our last Flight Sim stream probably till next weekend. After this stream is over, we're going to start breaking down our setup. We're going to get a World Flight setup again that we've been talking about, so I can start doing testing. We are only 5 months away. 5 months away from World Flight, basically. 5 months and a week. Not even a week. 5 months and a couple days. I think November 2nd, I think, is the first day of World Flight this year. Something like that. Let me see. Let's see. No, November 1st. November 1st. First day of November is the first day. So basically, yeah, exactly 5 months away. No, it's not going to be decided until testing. That's what testing is for. The 350 is obviously at the top of the list, but that is not the most likely aircraft because it's not... There's a lot of things that have to go right for that to be the aircraft. I don't think, just from doing it on my single PC screen setup, I don't think the 350 is going to have a good enough performance to do 3 screens, the full cockpit setup yet. Plus I got to see about popping out the screens, how well that works. There's no FMC for that plane yet that we can use outside of the sim. So we have to be able to have the right hardware available for that plane. It has to have the right performance. So as of right now, we are planning for Airbus, Drew. We have the most complete hardware setup for an Airbus. We have the full MIP. And we have the full autopilot panel for the Airbus. We have the FMCs. We have the throttles. We have the sticks. Working on an overhead panel. So most likely not the 777, but the 777 is like the, you know, last resort fallback plan, I guess, because we do have stuff for the 777 from last year. But I'm looking to make the plane more complete this year.
Over into the void, that's perfect.
So 350, 330, 321. Those are the three options right now.
Delta 1050, flight level 310.
Delta 1030, Atlanta Center, send and maintain flight level 240.
240, that's 1050.
Delta 456, cross Ozzy to maintain 1212,025. Correction, at 5 seconds to maintain flight level 240.
Yep. So most likely going to be Airbus.
Say again, Delta 456.
We'll see, like I said, we'll see which one. It all just depends on what's going to give us the best, which one's going to give us the best overall experience.
Flight level 240, pilot discretion, Delta 456. Atlanta Center, Delta 1335, with you, flight level 230.
The best overall experience, the best bang for our buck as well. We obviously aren't trying to make things super expensive for everyone. We want things to be affordable, but more importantly, enjoyable, so we can have a great time, great experience for you guys watching at home. And
Flight level 310, Delta 35. Delta 1588, check is closed, free change over to advise approved.
Unico Multitude, that's my here.
Qatar 8356, it looks like Washington is closed, free exchange over to advise approved. Go.
Again, please,
Qatar 8356, Washington Center is closed, free exchange over to advisors approved. Good night.
Sounds good, Mr. Drew. Right now, the biggest challenge for the 350 is there's not enough hardware available. There is no FMC because the A350 is computer-based. Like it's touchscreen, right? It's not a physical McDo. It's a whole different setup. So we would need someone to develop an app or something to use on an iPad like we have for these for the 350. So if someone does that, then that gets us one step closer, but that's the biggest hurdle for whether or not we'll do an A350. Yeah, I do not want us having to move the view like this to go down and do the FMC and stuff like that. We want to have as close to a full setup as possible where it's got the wraparound view. We're not moving the camera like that. We can see everything. Everything's there for us to touch. But that's the biggest hurdle. And then the second biggest hurdle is making sure it performs well enough. But that's for any aircraft. And I think the fact that we don't have to use the frame gen mod anymore, I think is going to solve our performance issues. In theory, it does. I think the reason we had issues with using 3 screens last year and we had to switch to just going to 1 screen was because the frame gen mod only works on the screen that you're clicked on. And the fact that we can't click on all 3 screens at the same time is, I think, what screwed the performance. It like negated the effect of the frame gen mod. But now that it's kind of built into Microsoft where we don't have to rely on that. You know, like right now we're at 81 frames sitting in the cockpit in the A321. So in theory, we should have great performance now with all 3 screens. But we'll see. That's all theory until I actually test it.
American 2492, contact Atlanta Center 121.35. Sorry about that. Have a good night, buddy. Skywest 5874, Atlanta Center 121.35. Have a good night.
121.35. Good night. Skywest 5874.
Good evening, Atlanta Center, Frontier 4025, flight level 330. Frontier flight 4025, Atlanta Center, welcome aboard. Center maintain flight level 240. Descend 240, Frontier 4215.
I'll put my fixed rings in now.
Contact Atlanta Center 121.35. Take care.
121.35, Delta 456. Have a good one.
Atlanta Delta Center, Delta 1335, going around to the rest real quickly.
Roger.
Get a bit cold, but with every crunchy bite, the new story's told. Steel birds soaring, dreams in its hold, and these Bischoff moments worth more than gold. Flying high with FedEx through the dusk and dawn. With Bischoff by my side.
Delta 321, not sure if you see it, but secret.
Major Mark. Major Mark in the house. Alright, a lot of ATC seems to be jumping offline, so we're probably going to be switching back to same intentions once we're out of Atlanta airspace.
Atlanta Center. You know where I must go. Say your position.
I'm approaching Atlanta. Yeah, I want to find it. Supposed to be real. For the final press for 27 there.
Delta 321, I'm not sure what happened to you. Something happened in the control in there. It's going to maintain 4,000, fly heading 230, rejoin localizer.
Descend maintain 4,000 and fly heading 230 for Delta 321.
Delta 321, which runway do you have plugged in? 27 left or 26 right?
No, that's 27 right.
Okay, it's going to be runway 27. I need to reprogram runway 26 right. Can you do that for me?
Roger that. You still want me to fly heading 230?
Hey, firm, fly heading 230 over to speed 210 knots. It's going to be the visual approach runway, correction. Yeah, visual approach runway 26 right.
Alright, speed 210 knots, heading 230, and we'll reprogram here for 221.
Just let me know when you get that programmed in there, and then you can join the localizer on that heading of 230.
I'll let you know, so that's
Delta 2925, put direct to Ozzy. Delta 2742, contact Indianapolis 128.22.
12822, good day, 2742.
That's above your pay grade, Drew. What's not above your pay grade?
Delta 321. When we reprogrammed it, kind of got rid of my full flight plan, so now my flight plan page is just good.
Delta 321, Roger. You need to, here, I'll just give it to you. Stand by. Delta 321, in your nav 1 radio, put the dial to exceed 110.1, the final approach course into runway 26 right is going to be 275.
Alright, when we land 2, we're looking for gate Bravo 7 would appear.
110.1 was it? Delta 321.
Hey, firm, 110.1 fighting 240, descend and maintain 3,000.
Alright, down 3,000 and the heading was 240 for Delta 321.
240.
Alright, roger that, 240 on the heading for Delta 321.
Center TV Delta 225, level 330. Delta 225, Atlanta Center.
Got about 1 hour till we're on the ground in Fort Lauderdale. Or not Fort Lauderdale, Fort Myers.
Delta 225, what's your indicated airspeed? Currently 277. I'm sorry, I said that. What's your indicated Mach number, actually? 776. Delta 225, Mach 0.74, spacing. 74, Delta 225. Delta 321, do you have that localized brig you set in there?
Yeah, I have it set for 110 for Delta.
Okay, you blew through right there, localizer. Alright, let's do this. Fly heading 300. The field's going to be at sure 11 o'clock to 10 miles. What's the field say?
I run a fly heading to 330 or report to an inside Delta.
Atlanta Center Delta 670, with you passing to 15,000.
Delta 6703, Atlanta Center, climate Tampa, level 340.
340, Delta 670, sir.
Atlanta Center, Delta 46 on the ground, and Atlanta, we have uniform IFR to now.
121.35.
Roger, thank you.
Atlanta Center, Southwest 4701, good evening, flight level 310.
Frontier Flight 4025, Atlanta Center, 121.35.
121.35, Frontier 4025, see you.
Delta 21, do you have to go to say?
Delta 321, yeah, pretty shy of it. I mean, I see multiple of them. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know.
Oh, got some nice calm, clear weather down there in Fort Myers Day. Standard pressure 2992. Winds are 4 knots. Nice. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate it.
And you need to know what the airport looks like before you do it during an event. You're going to be landing on the far right runway. Runway 26 right, clear for digital approach 26 right. Contact Atlanta Tower 121.35.
Alright, roger that. And what was power again?
121.35.
Alright, 121.35 to Delta 371. I'm pretty sure our localizer just captured it.
Take care. Have a good night, buddy.
Thank you.
Delta 4701 Atlanta Center, center maintain for level 240. Give me your best forward speed until about.
Descent flight level 240 and the best forward speed for Southwest 470.
Which are Delta 321, what's the tower? Because it says there's no tower on it.
It's going to be 121.35. You don't have to worry about what the call what the call sign is. I'm telling you to switch to 121.35.
You're on.
Atlanta Center, this is Delta 296. Me and Delta 222 are going to log off. Have a nice one. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you. Sit.
Yeah, thanks.
Tower Delta 1335 is back.
Delta 1335, Atlanta Center, roll. Frontier Flight 27, correction, Frontier Flight 3796. Jacksonville Center's offline. Appreciate order to advisory recruit. Have a good night. Frontier Flight 3796, Atlanta. Delta 330, put direct to Ozzy.
Direct to Ozzy, Delta 230. Yeah, last time there's Delta 432, joining the party with you at 260. Come on up on Larry.
Southwest 432 at Atlanta Center, welcome forward. What's your, actually, yeah, what's your indicated airspeed?
0.69 giggity.
No, your indicated airspeed.
They were calling me.
Showing 280 knots.
Southwest 432, 250 knots space into Atlanta.
Okay, adjust to 250. No, so, okay, good.
Port Advisor, Frontier 3796, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Flight Hound. I totally did not hear them.
Or the best forward speed, what's the indicated in the transition?
Yeah, I'm indicating 310 knots, Southwest 4701.
Code 4701, thanks for that. Contact Atlanta Center 121.35. Let me know your best forward speed with that indicated speed. We'll see you.
Atlanta Center 12135 and say the speed Southwest 4701, bye-bye.
Delta 225, ready to contact law. Delta 1743, center maintain for level 240.
Alright, over to advisory.
Do me a favor, maintain 2.
control tower waits. Coffee stale but keeps me awake. Grinding gears, sky no escape. Burning through the night with cargo fate.
Jared, contact center.
We're already in contact with Jacksonville Center on 132.9 or 25.
They're busy, but they heard me. Jacksonville Center Frontier, flight 3796, flight level 340.
Frontier Flight 3796, Jacksonville Center, good evening.
City of dreams, they fade to dust. Oakland streets covered in rust. Once was home, now just fear. People leaving year by year. Crime rate rises, endless night. Shadows lurk.
Frontier Flight 3796, Jacksonville Center, contact Atlanta Center on 127.9 or 5.
Contacting Atlanta Center on 127.9 or 5, Frontier Flight 3796.
Something's missing, left behind. Fear the night, watch the day. Crimes chased our hopes away.
Atlanta Center, Frontier Flight 3796 evening, maintaining flight level 340.
Frontier Flight 3796, Atlanta Center, good evening.
Empty parks, no children's feet. Turning backs, they flee the pain. Broken hearts in the rain. Lost in Oakland, trying to find. Something's missing, left behind. Fear the night, watch the day. Crimes chased our hopes away. Vacant homes on every street. Empty parks, no children's feet. Turning backs, they flee the pain. Broken hearts in the rain. Lost in Oakland, lost in crime. Lost in Oakland, trying to find. Something's missing, left behind. Fear the night, watch the day. Crimes chased our hopes away. Once a city full of pride, now a place where dreams hide. Echoes of a better time, lost in Oakland, lost in crime.
Davis on the couch, relax. TV whispering quiet facts. Ice so heavy they start to close. Angela Lansbury solving woes. Dreams of crime run through his mind. Cozy mysteries he tries to find. But something breaks his peaceful dream. An electric jolt makes him scream. Tased by Skippy in the nuts. Wide awake, no ifs or buts. From murder scenes to real life pain. Davis never sleeps again. Kippy and his pranks so wild, laughing loud like a little child. But Davis now will stay alert, won't fall asleep to clues in dirt. Couch no longer feels the same. Davis playing Skippy's game. Eyes peeled open wide and
What's going on, Lorenzo? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome.
I have a message for you from Say Intentions, Frontier Flight 3796. Just so you know, a herd of alligators have been reported on the runway at Fort Myers. Should be cleared up by the time you arrive.
Uh-oh. Alligators on the runway.
I have a message for you from Say Intentions, Frontier Flight 3796. Just so you know, a herd of alligators have been reported on the runway at Fort Myers. Should be cleared up by the time you arrive.
Frontier
I
Flight
hope so.
3796, Atlanta Center, contact Jacksonville Center on 135.9 or 75.
Switch.
Uh-oh, chat.
Jacksonville Center, Frontier Flight 37.
There's a herd of alligators on the
Good evening,
runway.
Maintaining flight level 340.
This is why we haven't gone to Florida.
3796 Jacksonville Center. Good evening.
This is why we haven't gone to Florida. Any new updates and new features, say intentions? I don't know if there's. I mean, they have traffic coming out soon. Skynet, of course, has gone live. If you haven't seen Skynet already. But traffic is going to be the next next major thing, traffic injection. They have multiplayer now as well. You can fly together on same intentions, see each other. They do have checklists. You can make your own checklist. You can use any checklist they already have in their system. Apparently there's herds of alligators now as well. We might have to go around when we land. We might not be able to land if there's alligators on the runway. Where's the crocodile hunter? Where's the crocodile hunter when you need him? Someone bring Steve Irwin back to life. I need him. Only in Florida, right? Imagine trying as a pilot coming into land and you see like someone wrestling an alligator on the runway and you have to go around. Will I be in sane intentions? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I think I opted for them to use my voice at my home airport if they so choose. Like as ATC. I did, I think, opt into that using my voice. But nothing like I'm going to be a co-pilot or anything like that. You can land, man. I need a new pair of dress shoes. Oh. There you go. Have some alligator for dinner. I've heard it tastes like chicken. Power Frontier 3796 going around. Davis is wrestling alligator on the runway. First officers will be able to flip switches, etc. during checklist soon on the list after traffic is generally available. Nice. Yeah, no, I've been waiting for that. We definitely need. They definitely need to do the co-pilot thing. Yeah. Because after traffic, that's really all that's missing is the co-pilot being able to actually like flip some switches and input some things in here, lights on and off and stuff like that. As well as giving them commands to do certain switches, gear up and flaps. That'd really be like the only thing I think missing. You guys have missions covered. You got multiplayer. I mean, well, I guess after that, that's also working on like the multiplayer and getting the multiplayer really like dialed down to where it's basically AI VATSIM. Outside of that, I mean, you got checklists. You have the ground crew. I mean, like the features you guys already have, I'm sure can always be improved on and added to those little features. But I think that's like all the main features. Missions, ground crew, the pushback truck. Multiplayer, traffic injection, and an AI co-pilot that can actually do something. Like, I don't know what there is after that. Got the cabin crew and interactions, emergencies, missions. AI passengers named Karen. I feel like you guys probably already have some of those in there. If I were to crank up the emergency situations. Let's see. What was our flight attendant's name again? Hey, Taylor, do we have any Karens on board this flight? Let me see what she says. don't think she heard me. Taylor, we have any Karens on board this flight?
I haven't noticed any issues, Captain. Everyone seems to be settling in nicely. If anything comes up, I'll keep you informed.
What kind of food do you have for the pilots?
We have some sandwiches and snacks available for you in the galley, Captain. Would you like me to bring something specific?
You have a spicy Italian sub from Subway?
I'm sorry, Captain, but we don't have spicy Italian subs from Subway on board. We have sandwiches and snacks available for you in the galley. Would you like me to bring something else?
You didn't have any Subway on this flight? You're fired once we get on the ground.
I'm sorry, Captain, but we don't have any Subway on board. I'll make sure to have something for you next time.
There's no next time for you, Taylor. You're fired. I love how she does say Karen's not having issues, right?
Understood, Captain. I'll make sure to follow your instructions accordingly.
Well, you're fired.
Dear passengers, we are currently cruising at an altitude of 34,000 feet. The weather at our destination, Southwest Florida, is clear with a temperature of 27 degrees Celsius. We will be coming around shortly with our snack and drink service, and after that, we will have articles from the Frontier Airlines shop available for you to browse.
Alright, top of descent is in view. We got 147 miles to our top of descent, chat. 147 miles. There, don't you care? Doom, 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 doom. Hey Taylor, have you ever had to duct tape a passenger to their seat for being unruly?
Oh, Captain, I haven't experienced that myself, but I've heard stories. It's quite a rare situation, eh? We always hope for a smooth flight with well-behaved passengers.
What's your craziest in-flight experience, Taylor?
Oh, Captain, I think the craziest experience I had was when a passenger tried to open the emergency exit during turbulence. Thankfully, we were able to handle the situation quickly and keep everyone safe. It was quite the adrenaline rush, eh?
Not bad. Have you ever wanted to slap a passenger?
Oh, Captain, I must say that I always strive to maintain a professional demeanor even in challenging situations. It's important to handle everything with care and patience, eh?
It's okay if you've thought about it. You can tell me. Your secret's safe with me.
Oh, Captain, I appreciate that. But I always keep it professional up here, eh? Just focusing on making sure everyone has a smooth flight.
Where'd that accent come from?
Oh, Captain, I'm from Philadelphia, so I guess it's just a bit of that East Coast charm coming through, eh?
No, you sound like you had a Texas accent.
Oh, Captain, I assure you it's just my East Coast charm coming through. I appreciate your feedback, eh?
She's suddenly a cowgirl, right? Let's see, we can change our flight attendant. All right, Mary, welcome on board as our new flight attendant since we had to fire Taylor. How are we looking in the back?
Oh, it's a bit of a mess back there, Captain.
Just your typical low-cost airline situation, you know? Seats are dirty, and I think some folks are a bit confused about the whole buckle-up thing, but we're managing, I guess.
So you're telling me Taylor was lying about how well it was going in the back? Some disc offs for me and Kevin, please. You got it.
Oh, yeah, Captain. Taylor was definitely not telling the truth. It's a bit of a mess back there, you know? Seats are dirty, and folks are confused about buckling up. Just your typical low-cost airline situation, I guess.
Well, can you go help them out?
Oh, yeah, I'll go help them out, Captain. Just, let me know if you need anything else. Just a heads up, folks. We're a low-cost airline, so, things might not be the cleanest back here. Just buckle up and, we'll get through this together.
Yep, just make sure they don't turn on any black lights.
Oh, yeah, Captain. I'll keep an eye on that. Don't want any surprises back there, eh?
Oh, fuck. Don't want no surprises back there, folks. Not like that. Welcome to Frontier Airlines. Or you get a little extra something in your seat. Get that little extra something, something. My favorite type of sushi is none, because I do not eat fish. I don't like fish, sushi, none of it. Nope. Grosses me out. No fish for Mav. I have no problem like going to a sushi place and other people eating it. I just don't eat. I get like chicken or something. Sit back, y'all. It's Friday night. Mary, what's your plans when we get to Florida?
When we get to Florida, I don't know. Maybe just try to forget this flight ever happened, eh? It's been a right mess. But, I guess I'll just go home and, try to relax or something.
You live in Florida?
Oh, no, I don't live in Florida. Just here for the flight, you know? Not that I'd want to live here anyway, eh?
Why would you not want to live in Florida? You wear them gaiters on the loose?
I don't know, Captain. Just seems a bit too hot and, humid for me, eh? Plus the whole low-cost airline thing, you know? Not really my cup of tea. I'd rather stick to the rainy bits back home, I guess.
Also, Florida has alligators.
Oh, yeah, Captain. Florida's got alligators, eh? Just what we need, right? I mean, who doesn't love a bit of wildlife while trying to enjoy a holiday? Just a heads up, folks. We're flying low cost, so don't expect much. Just buckle up and we'll get through this together.
Yeah, you should probably prep the cabin for when we get to Florida. Might be a little bit of bumpy landing because there might be alligators on the runway. There's been, I guess, gangs of alligators reported on the runways.
Oh, right, Captain. I'll get the crew to prep the cabin. And, alligators on the runway? That's just brilliant, innit? Folks, just a heads up. We're getting ready to land in Florida soon, and, there might be a bit of a bumpy landing. Just buckle up and, hold on tight, alright?
Carl, what's going on? Good to see you. Not maybe. There will be alligators on the runway. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, some alligator soup and alligator shoes coming right up. You're in Cambodia? Nice. Hope you're having a good time, Carwin. Oh, we might be in for a surprise on arrival. At 81 miles to our top of descent. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that car one. Yeah, the Skypes have avail. I bet you they could inject some alligators, couldn't they? Although there is wildlife in Microsoft Flight Sim now, so there could be an alligator on the freaking runway. I've seen deer run across the runway on me, so maybe a gator will crawl its way across the runway. Never know what you're gonna find. Do, 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 do. Yeah, we done some experience with some pretty hilarious stuff. I can imagine. I can imagine with your team over there, you guys got a pretty good sense of humor. I've witnessed live multiple times what kind of things you guys can do on the fly. You haven't seen Canada streams lately? He's still streaming. Normal times. I think he's flying Ryanair tomorrow. I think he went from Iceland to Nashville today in the Max long haul. Alright, 60 miles or so, top of descent. Let's start putting in our descent information. Boom, 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 boom. So we got 299 or 2. We got a temperature of 27
Frontier
degrees
Flight 3796,
Celsius.
contact Jacksonville Center on 128.425.
270
Switching to Jacksonville Center on 128.425, Frontier Flight 3796.
Our runway minimums, 294.
Jacksonville Center, Frontier Flight 3796, evening, maintaining flight level 340.
Frontier Flight 3796, Jacksonville Center. Good evening.
IRL means in real life. So, yes, you're in Cambodia right now in real life. Alright, we're pretty much ready for our descent. Very bumpy flight, flew in the clouds, plane heavy bumps and drops. Nice. Yeah, I've never been on a plane that's had severe turbulence before, so I've been fairly lucky to have pretty good weather most of the time I've flown. Jared, can you let ATC know we're ready to descend on the Shifty 6 arrival?
I'll let ATC know we're ready to descend on the Shifty 6 arrival.
Jacksonville Center, Frontier Flight 3796, Jacksonville Center, Frontier 37906, prepared to descend via the Shifty 6 arrival.
Jacksonville Center, Frontier Flight 3796 requesting descent on the Shifty 6 arrival.
Frontier Flight 3796, descend and maintain your requested altitude. Expect Shifty 6 arrival into KRSW.
Yes, we're looking for clearance to descend via the Shifty 6 arrival, Frontier Flight 3796.
Descend and maintain requested altitude. Expect Shifty 6 arrival into KRSW, Frontier Flight 3796.
Jacksonville Center, Frontier Flight 3796, looking for clearance to descend on the Shifty 6 arrival.
Frontier Flight 3796, expect the Shifty 6 arrival. Expect to descend in about 5 minutes. Notify if you're ready to descend before that. Frontier Flight 3796, descend and maintain your requested altitude. Expect Shifty 6 arrival into KRSW.
We're ready to descend, Frontier Flight 3796.
Frontier Flight 3796, descend via Shifty 6 into Fort Myers, altimeter 29.88.
Alright, we got clearance to descend there. And we're going to start descending all the way down to, looks like 10,000. Actually down to 3,000.
Hey folks, we've left our cruising altitude and started our approach to southwest Florida. So everyone needs to return to your seats, stow the tables and buckle up. Oh, and no more using the lavatories, all right? Just hang tight until we land.
Alright, officially started our descent now into Fort Myers. Make sure we keep eyes out for alligators. Center Frontier Flight 3796, what runway are we expecting into Fort Myers? Can we get runway 24?
Frontier Frontier Flight 3796, expect runway 24 at Fort Myers. You are cleared for the Shifty 6 arrival.
Roger, expect runway 24 cleared for the Shifty 6 arrival, Frontier 3796. Alright, spoilers are out, we're looking good. Break or build.
Frontier Flight 3796, speed 280 knots.
Speed 280 knots, Frontier 3796. Our co-pilot back on the comms. Mary should be on the ground here in about the next 15 minutes.
Right, Captain. I'll let the crew know we're getting close. Just hope everyone is ready for this bumpy ride, eh? Yeah, folks, just a heads up. We're about 15 minutes away from landing. Buckle up and try to ignore the mess around you. It's a low-cost airline after all.
Master caution. Bum, 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 bum.
Frontier Flight 3796, contact Miami Center on 127.2.
Contacting Miami Center on 127.2, Frontier Flight 3796. Miami Center, Frontier Flight 3796 evening. We're descending through flight level 220.
Frontier Flight 3796, Miami Center, good evening.
Wings of steel, I take the helm in the morning or the dusk. To cities far across the lands, Europe's heart is just a thrust. Passengers aboard, they smile to Paris, Rome, and London town. From takeoff to the cruising mile, in my A319, I'm never down. Up in the sky, we fly so high, touch the clouds and feel alive. Easy jet, we do it right, bringing Europe closer in the night. Short takeoff, runways low, but we climb above the rain. Navigate the winds that blow, the sunshine or the snowy plains. Coffee in the cockpit.
All right, we got the replay on standby. Looking good so far.
While we dash until the journey's light is gone. Up in the sky we fly so high, touch the clouds and feel alive. Easy jet, we do it right, bringing Europe closer in the night. Coffee in the cockpit dash, autopilot leading on. Conversations while we dash until the journey's light is gone. Up in the sky we fly so high, touch the clouds and feel alive. Easy jet, we do it right, bringing Europe closer in the night.
Jimmy's calling from the shelf again. Jack's dressed up like my best friend.
All right, 1002 is set. We're looking good.
Those are the friends I can't ignore.
For the cabin for arrival.
Okay, Captain, preparing for landing. Hey, folks, we're about to land in Florida. Just buckle up and try to ignore the mess around you. It's a low-cost airline after all. Captain Midnight Maverick and the whole crew would like to say goodbye to you now. We hope you have a nice stay here or safe ongoing travel.
All right, let's hope for no alligators on the runway.
Johnny Walker's got the smooth talk. Wild turkey chase down the clock. Captain Morgan sails the night, and I'm feeling just right. No drama or shady lies, just spirits and alibis. Each bottle's got a story to tell.
Good Lord, we're landing in Florida. We are. We are descending into the crazy land of Florida. Bones. Bow, bow, bow.
Frontier Flight 3796, contact Fort Myers approach on 124.125.
Mike's halfway down his mouth. Echoes bouncing around and around. Can't
Contacting Fort Myers approach on 124.125, Frontier Flight 3796.
empty space. Voice so close, it's in my face. Turn it down just one more notch. Mike's too hot for us to catch.
Fort Myers approach, Frontier Flight 3796 evening. We're descending past 16,000.
Frontier Flight 3796, Fort Myers approach. Good evening, Fort Myers altimeter 29.88. Expect the visual runway 6 approach into Fort Myers.
Fort Myers altimeter 29.88. Expecting the visual runway 6 approach, Frontier Flight 3796.
That's negative. We're going to need runway 24 visual approach for Frontier 3796.
Frontier Flight 3796, runway 24 visual approach approved.
Silent sweet, a brief reprieve. Try to tweak the dial some more. Balancing on audio shore. Mic too close, it's still too loud. In the mix, it stands proud.
We're landing into Davis territory.
Frontier Flight 3796, descend and maintain 4,000. Turn right, heading 205 vectors for the visual runway 24 approach.
Descending to maintain 4,000. Right turn heading 205 for vectors to the visual runway 24 approach. Frontier Flight 3796.
Alright, we're landing here. Let's get our sounds up. Alright, we got a nice long runway. So if we float a little bit, not the end of the world. I'm going to try to get this butter right on the numbers.
approach into southwest Florida. It's time to turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we've arrived at the gate. Put your tray tables away and make sure your seats are in the full upright position. And buckle up, alright? You'll get info about your connecting flights from the Frontier Airline staff once we're on the ground. Just a heads up, it's a bit of a low-cost situation here, so bear with us. Captain Midnight Maverick and the whole crew would like to say goodbye to you now. We hope you have a nice stay here or safe ongoing travel.
10 seats per row.
All right, Captain. I'll go check on that. Folks, just a heads up. We're flying low cost here, so buckle up and try to ignore the mess around you. It's not the cleanest, but we'll get through this together.
Frontier Flight 3796, turn left heading 165.
Turning left heading 165. Frontier Flight 3796.
Alright, 165 set in the box.
Frontier Flight 3796, turn right heading 175.
Turning right heading 175. Frontier Flight 3796.
Frontier Flight 3796, 14 miles from the approach turn. Turn right heading 200, descend and maintain 3000 until established. Cleared for the visual runway 24 approach.
Turning right heading 200, descend and maintain 3000 until established. Cleared for the visual runway 24 approach. Frontier Flight 3796.
Alright, it would appear we have the airport in sight. That looks like to be the airport there. Here we go. My controls. Ups to Myers coming down.
Frontier Flight 3796, contact Fort Myers Tower on 128.75.
Contacting Fort Myers Tower on 128.75. Frontier Flight 3796. Fort Myers Tower, Frontier Flight 3796 evening. We are established on the visual approach for runway 24.
Frontier Flight 3796, Fort Myers Tower, winds 275 at 5. Runway 24, clear to land.
Runway 24, clear to land. Frontier Flight 3796.
2,500.
Flaps 4, final approach speeds coming out. Replays, recording. Alright, keep an eye out for them alligators. White to red.
$1,000.
Be a size 13 shoe, right?
$500. $400. 100 above. 300. Minimum 200. $100. 50. 20. Retard. 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 Retard.
Don't call me a retard. Hammer down, nose down gently. Reversers are coming out. Nice and smooth. Stone reversers, manual braking, ladies and gentlemen.
Frontier Flight 3796, welcome to Fort Myers. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Switching to ground on 121.9er. Frontier Flight 3796. Fort Myers ground, Frontier Flight 3796, cleared of runway 24, ready to taxi to the gate. Good evening.
Frontier Flight 3796, Fort Myers ground, taxi to A26 via Foxtrot 2, Foxtrot 7, cross runway 24, then Alpha 7. Have a good day.
Taxi to A26 via Foxtrot 2, Foxtrot 7, cross runway 24, then Alpha 7. Frontier Flight 3796.
Florida, and that was an excellent landing, I'd say. Rated an 8 out of 10, eh? The local time here is 12:16 a.m.
Excellent landing, I
It's
say.
a lovely 27 degrees Celsius outside.
See,
Clear
where's
skies,
Bravo
no clouds,
7?
and no precipitation, so not too shabby, eh? Thanks for flying with us, even if it was a bit of a low-cost situation. Just stay seated until we reach the final parking position, all right? Captain Midnight Maverick, First Officer Brian, and the whole crew would like to say goodbye to you now.
Alright, get the AP fired up here. Alright, we're gonna go down to Juliet, make a right on Juliet, take that all the way down to Bravo 7. A beautiful lit up airport over there by Mr. Vertical Sim here in Fort Myers, Florida. We do have a replay of our landing, which we'll take a look at once we get to the gate and unload our passengers. There's a lot of thrust to get moving here. Sorry, Kenny, I didn't see any alligators on the runway for you. No shoes for Kenny. No shoes this time. Next time. It's 9, 7's right next door. Parking brake is set. Engine 1, engine 2 coming off. Fuel signs, beacon light is off. Get our fuel pumps off. Alright, we made it, chat. Welcome to 4 miles.
We've just landed at Southwest Florida International Airport. The captain, Midnight Maverick, did a decent job. I'd say it was an 8 out of 10 landing. The local time is 12:21 a.m.
Very well lit up airport, I must say.
Celsius outside. Clear skies, no clouds, and no
We
precipitation.
did a pretty good job on our
Thanks for flying
parking.
with us, even if it was a bit of a low-cost situation. Just stay seated until we reach the gate. Captain Midnight Maverick and the whole crew would like to say goodbye to you now. Have a nice stay or safe travels to your next destination.
Yeah, pretty nice, well lit up airport. I like it. Nice little screenshot there. Yo, Scotty D in the house. What up, Scott? Nice, lovely airport by Mr. Verticalsim. Let's reset our drone camera here. Go inside the airport here a little bit. There we go. Yeah, zooming through here. I think we looked at it first time. There's that hidden picture over here somewhere. Right here, I think. Oh. Can't get the right angle on it, but that's alright. Yep, the hidden picture walls. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed those flights. That flight here into Florida. Really nice smooth flight. I'm not sure what our landing rate was on that, but it felt pretty smooth. She felt pretty smooth. Alright, we're gonna restart GSX. We're gonna get our plane. Plane ready for the replay. Get our flaps out. Get our lights back on here. News on the TV ain't no good to say. No one knows exactly when we lost our way. Times are changing like the rivers flow, fast or slow. Make sure we close our doors. Hold on tight to what you love and know in this wild ride we call the rodeo. Small town heroes fade like distant dreams, caught between the headlines and forgotten teams. Social screens light up a modern day song, but face to face has been gone way too long. Looks like doors are closed. Get rid of the jetway. No easy fix, but he says we'll find our way in a world like this. Neighbors lending hands like they used to do in the heartland. All right, let's view the replay. Times are changing like the rivers flow, fast or slow. You just never know. Hold on tight to what you love and know. I don't know why there's all that stuff over the windows. When's the next stream? Probably next weekend, Scott. And we're going to be starting our stream setup teardown tonight. So we're going to start taking everything down and start putting back together the World Flight setup. So we can begin testing and everything. We are 5 months away to the day of World Flight. Which is crazy to think of. Time is just flying by. Got the Expo in less than a month. World Flight in 5.
Listen up now, here's the scoop. We're about to fly this bird, no glue. Seatbelts on, nice and snug. No one wants to kiss the rug. Emergency exits, count 'em quick. Side or exit, take your pick. Lights will guide you, floor to sea, in the dark like disco glee. Fasten up your seatbelt, friends. Tray tables up now, don't pretend. Keep your seat backs all upright. We'll be soaring through the night. Oxygen mask, that's no joke. If they drop, don't poke.
Gotcha, Scott. Yep, I remember.
Breathe in deep, don't tempt fate. Life vests under your seat. Bright and shiny, not discreet. Pull to inflate, put them on. Inflated vests look like a swan. No smoking, this ain't the 60s. Your vapes too, break those fixies. Electronic devices, switch them up till we say that's enough.
Came a little high, but we're still in the touchdown zone. Nice and smooth right there.
Emergency exits, count 'em quick. Side or exit, take your pick. Lights will guide you, floor to sea, in the dark like disco glee. Fasten up your seatbelt, friends. Tray tables up now, don't pretend. Keep your seat backs all upright. We'll be soaring.
Get some daylight here so we can see the replay a little bit better.
Oxygen mask, that's no joke. If they drop, don't poke. Put it on and help your mate. Breathe in deep, don't tempt fate. Oxygen mask, that's no joke. If they drop, don't poke. Put it on and help your mate. Breathe in deep, don't tempt fate. Oxygen mask, that's no joke. If they drop, don't poke. Put it on and help your mate. Go be soaring through the night. Oxygen masks, that's no joke. If they drop, don't poke. Put it on, then help your mate. Breathe in deep, don't tempt fate.
And touchdown.
Light vests under your seat. Bright and shiny, not discreet. Pull to inflate, put them on. Inflated vests look like a swan. No smoking, this ain't the 60s. Your vapes too, break those fixies. Electronic devices, switch them up till we say that's enough. No smoking, this ain't the 60s. Your vapes too, break those fixies. Electronic devices, switch them up till we say that's enough.
All right. Nice smooth butter landing though here into Florida. Again, hope you guys enjoyed that flight. Make sure you don't forget to smash down the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe button if you're lurking in the background. Thank you to all my members, subscribers, donors, sponsors, and moderators. You guys are absolutely incredible and I love you. Thank you guys for supporting us for the whole month of May for St. Jude. Over $2.5 million raised between all of us content creators for St. Jude. Absolutely incredible. Almost to $50,000 lifetime raise just for us here on the channel. You guys have been incredible. No alligators to be seen on the runway this time. But man, was it fun. Man, was it fun tonight. Enjoyed the flight. And now begins the teardown process of our stream and the setup for World Flight. Enjoy the last replay in night. And let's see here, hold on. So enjoy the last replay in here into Fort Myers, Florida. Again, thank you guys. I appreciate you all so much. Until the next time, I shall see you guys by next weekend.
Was rolling
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you next time. Mavs out.
Small town kitchens to urban bars, we connected through pixels, united hearts. Every click and comment, every like and share lights up a room where hope hangs in the air. Thank you from the heart for every single view. You stayed up late, saw the dream through. In the fight for St Jude, we ain't never apart. Y'all are the melody in this country heart. House lights dim, but the spirit shone bright through your small screens. We ignited the night. Every dollar, every cent poured in, turned a marathon into hope's grand win. From guitar strumming to heartfelt chats, you rode this journey, tipped your hats. For every child dreaming of a brand new dawn, you're the heroes that keep us strong. Thank you from the heart for every single view. You stayed up late, saw the dream through. In the fight for St Jude, we ain't never apart. Y'all are the melody in this country heart. Thank you from the heart for every single view. You stayed up late, saw the dream through. In the fight for St Jude, we ain't ever apart. Y'all are the melody in this country heart. Thank you from the heart for every single view. You stayed up late, saw the dream through. In the fight for St Jude, we ain't ever apart. Y'all are the melody in this country heart. In this country heart. I woke to the sunrise, guitar in my hand. Live stream was rolling, it was all unplanned. 24 hours together we stood for the kids of St Jude. We did what we could. From small town kitchens to urban bars, we connected through pixels, united hearts. Every click and comment, every like and share lights up a room where hope hangs in the air. Thank you from the heart for every single view. We stayed up late, saw the dream through. In the fight for St Jude, we ain't ever apart. Y'all are the melody in this country heart. House lights dim, but the spirit shone bright. Through your small screens, we ignited the night. Every dollar, every cent poured in, turn a marathon into hope's grand win. From guitar strumming to heartfelt chats, you rode this journey, tipped your hats. For every child dreaming of a brand new dawn, you're the heroes that keep us strong. Thank you from the heart for every single view. You stayed up late, saw the dream through. In the fight for St Jude, we ain't ever apart. Y'all are the melody in this country heart. From you, from the heart for every single view. You stayed up late, saw the dream through. In the fight for St Jude, we ain't ever apart. Y'all are the melody in this country heart. Thank you from the heart for every single view. You stayed up late, saw the dream through. In the fight for St Jude, we ain't ever apart. Y'all are the melody in this country heart.